Thank you for coming. We'll be talking about strawberries today, as you probably know that already. And thanks to the organic group for coming along. I hope you guys had a good time. I think we've got some other food for everybody to taste later, so don't run away. Because today's strawberries, we're fair that you actually eat some strawberries made up into some things. But my wife's been very busy in the kitchen, eating various things. Welcome to Beautiful Forest Gardens. Some of you have been here before, or spoken to you before. This is something we do every month. At the beginning of the month, we have a talk on a particular subject. And I'll get straight into it. You feel like strawberries? Yeah, everybody. Strawberries are one of the most popular and easiest grown berries in the world. I don't think there's any continent, except for Antarctica, that they won't grow on. And it's also the most widely produced berry and the easiest produced berry that we know. You can grow them in pots, you can grow them in hydroponically, you can grow them in garden beds, you can grow them in boots, old boots, you can grow them just about anywhere. And they're often the first plant that you come across as a child. And the idea of eating strawberries straight out of the garden is very, very attractive. Today we'll be talking about all the different varieties that are commonly available and not commonly available. Most people's experience with strawberries now, unfortunately, who grows strawberries here? Most of you. Compared to the supermarket ones, which is better? Which do you prefer? Yeah.
No comparison.
There's no comparison whatsoever with the things. One of the main reasons for that is because they have to pick them so early, and so they lose a lot of their flavour by the time we get them actually in the shelf in the supermarket, which is something we've got to live with, unfortunately. It's just the way that modern convenience and modern supermarkets work. And I'll go into a bit of that later. Strawberries have been grown and eaten for thousands. Now, first, you'll find seed, remnants of seed in Neolithic excavations, in Roman excavations in England. Now, we've been eating strawberries as a species for a very long time. Most of the plants we've been actually eating in Europe are ones like these guys. This is a particular sort of white one. This is one of the very first Fragarias that was actually in the woods in England and in Europe. There was those types of strawberries, and most commonly the red one, which you see over there. These particular varieties. Strawberries are a member of the rose family. Did you know that? Yeah. And one thing that's always puzzled me about the actual name strawberry is why straw? Has anybody wondered why we call strawberries strawberries?
They grow on straw?
They grow on straw? Yeah, maybe. We've been eating them so long, it actually comes from the old Anglo-Saxon. Straw is a corruption of the original name, which was to strew. So the correct name would be a strewberry. And it's a corruption of that, they believe. That's how, because of their habit of running everywhere, of strewing around the place. Yeah? Make sense? That's what they think. Because obviously they didn't cultivate them using straw. Most strawberries are just grown in the forest and no one's cultivating them in the forest. Yeah. So that's where they think the name actually comes from, originally. And there's a clue about that, although you won't find that in the supermarket strawberries, why it's got that particular name. That's Latin for fragrant. It refers to the fragrance of the strawberry. Can you smell strawberries in here? Everybody can probably start to smell them. And that's why it's got that name. Sadly, in the supermarket ones, you don't get that anymore. And some people get confused with the other strawberry, which is the false strawberry, which I'll mention quickly, which is this one. Most people's thought of these Who's eaten a little strawberry like this and it's been absolutely tasteless? They look good, and you go and pick them and you eat them and you nah. Then that's I've had people come on into the nursery all the time, and I give them some of these ones and they think it's that. Yeah, they taste it and they just it is not that. That's actually almost a weed. So you'll see that around the place. So don't get the two confused. These are proper woodland or alpine strawberries. And they're the ones you want to get. You can get them in punnets even in some nurseries. So they're not much good though. These are selected varieties. And these are all these ones we're going to talk about first off. Vescas. There's 14 varieties of species of strawberry, by the way, on the planet. It's 14. We're going to talk about 5. So most of the alpine strawberries are these guys, and woodland strawberries. Has anybody actually had any of these? So I'll pass around some.
It's ripe already.
These are white. These are white. These are white cultivar. This particular one is a variety called White Soul.
Mine is
Very carefully
so big.
pass these around. These are one of the larger cultivars of the woodland or alpine strawberries. So I'll just carefully pass those around. People can start to try them. We'll have trials later. That particular one's called White Soul. That's approved. That's a very large cultivar for the alpine strawberry.
He's had some.
One of the main reasons why we didn't try to improve these strawberries is because you couldn't. Would you agree? They're really yummy. They're particularly good. Yeah, they're very soft, and so they're useless from a commercial point of view. You just cannot use them. But so you've got to grow your own. I find the best way to grow these is actually under trees. You should use them as a more like a woodland setting. And this particular, over the last, since the 16th century, they've been selecting for particular varieties that don't have the runners. And so these are a clumping variety of strawberry. So you can see I've got a runner there, for example, runs prolifically right through the garden. This particular cultivar is quite nice, it's got a nice ripe, but it's nowhere near as yummy as some of those varieties. Certainly worth growing in the garden, and we'll take over large areas, but anybody can try that later. But that was the most common strawberry for about 4 centuries with these guys in Europe, in the known world. And then the other European strawberry is that one. The musk strawberry. Anybody heard of the musk strawberry? Cultivated in Europe since the 1700s. Almost extinct now, you don't see much. It's musk, what they call musk strawberry. Or they also call them bubbleberries. And that's this one. These are a running strawberry. These came from Central Europe. Just started this first lot of fruits being produced now. They're almost dark purple, extremely dark. Flavour like strawberry, strawberry and raspberry combination. Really quite different. Some people, and a little hint of musk, thus the name. Some people love them, some people do not. There's no two ways on this one. It's as you can see, a running plant. It dies down to absolutely nothing in winter and then reshoots again, vigorously like that. We'll cover quite large areas. Extremely popular, but no one really produces it. Says named cultivars in Europe, but we haven't got. This is the outputs of what we've got here. We've just got the normal one. So there are ones that produce lighter berries in Europe, but we haven't got them here as yet. But the flavour is basically to die for. It is gorgeous. It's really, really good. And we'll be releasing those a bit later. We've got about 200 of these coming on. It takes about 2 years. The trick with these though, you've got to have two, and that's why we haven't released them. They're male and female, so you need one male. So I'm in the process of identifying, so everybody gets a male, because you buy one and you won't get any fruit and you think I'm ripping you off. So yeah, we've just got to identify that. Once we've nailed that, then we'll be able to release these. But the flavour is just sensational. Really, really good. But they're extremely late fruiting, as you can tell. These varieties, or these woodland varieties, they've been fruiting now for 4 months.
Yeah.
Easy, 4 months. We've had, the whites in particular.